Hey there, my name's Curtis Lucas and you're watching Empire Building. So I thought I'd actually record a couple of videos because obviously the news that I have been waiting for and expected by Monday this week finally was released. Mara accepted at least a portion of the deliveries that they were expecting from Bitmain for the 6,300 miners, catapulting their hash rate up to 1.4 exahash per second. This actually puts Mara ahead of Riot in terms of hash power by the end of March, and will remain ahead of Riot and just about all the other Bitcoin mining companies for the foreseeable future. But first, Empire Building is pleased to be able to offer viewers of this channel sign-up bonuses for opening a brand new account with Webull. Just click the link in the description below and start the process to open your account with Webull, and you'll receive 2 free stocks. One valued at up to $250 for opening your account, and the second valued at up to $1,600 after you fund your account with $100 or more. You'll also enjoy commission-free trading, pre- and post-market hours trading, and free contract fee and zero-cost options trading. In addition, when applicants transfer from other brokerages to Webull, applicants will be able to get a transfer reimbursement of up to $100. And with that, let's get back to the video. I believe that I misspoke in a previous video where I claimed that this 6,300 units of the S19 miners that were coming in this month was the largest individual shipment for the entire year of 2021. In fact, I believe there is another shipment of 7,000 miners in, I want to say August. I got a spreadsheet on this, so I'll pop it up here once I dig it up. Obviously, the news came too little too late. We're all going to have a moment of silence for my lost $60 call options expiring, well, today, if you're watching this video by the time I upload it. It seems highly unlikely that Mara will witness a 100% gain in a single day, which will allow me to salvage that trade. But alas, these are the risks we take. If nothing else, this loss will at least educate some people who might think that taking risky call option bets is sort of easy. It's certainly not. I definitely recommend, if you are going to do these, the longer term you can pick, the better your odds get. Yes, those do get more and more expensive the further you go out, but it gives you a whole lot more time for that thesis to play out. Fortunately for me, in terms of my call options, because the shares, I don't really care. Those prices can do whatever they want. I can hold those as long as I want. Nobody can be forced to make me make a decision with regards to those, which is why that's my core position. I don't do anything with those. I did take a risky bet based on what I thought the market momentum was going to be. Obviously, it went in the opposite direction, and coupled with news that I was sure was going to be announced by the first of the month, but inevitably that also got delayed and instead was released in the midst of a market downturn, which inevitably doesn't really do much to counter the effects of that much fear and doubt. So you can see timing this is very risky, and despite how much you think you understand about this market, timing any of this is incredibly difficult. Fortunately for me, I do have my next call options expiring in 2 weeks, but the strike price on that is $24. So I've still got a buffer there, and I don't expect this will continue. It would be a damn shame if those actually expired out of the money as well. Anything can happen, but this is why I also have the core position of those shares. And lastly, the furthest call options I currently have in my portfolio are with a $45 strike price on June 18th, I think. I'm feeling a whole lot more confident about those. But no matter what happens, I'm ready to hold. There's just too many people clamoring to get into this space. And while Bitcoin still has the incredible story, and that's what's getting all the attention, it won't take long before people realize these mining stocks have a whole lot further to go. And soon enough, we'll actually start seeing the results hit paper. And people will start understanding how to do the math for themselves and determine how much money these companies are actually going to be pulling in. Even at these prices, like a $40,000 Bitcoin equates to a crazy amount of profit for these companies. And as they continue to increase their HODL position, it only compounds from there. So needless to say, yes, I'm excited. I have high hopes for the future. I'm not scared by any of this price action, and while it's true I don't know exactly what's going to happen next, I don't really care. The volatility never really keeps me up at night. Even losing those call options, I mean, really, it ended up almost a wash. I'm still technically up. The previous short-term bet really paid off, and this one, not so much. But in the process, I learned something, and I'll take that into the next one. As far as I'm concerned, as long as you are managing your risk, not overextending yourself, no matter what happens, you're always going to learn a lesson. You're always going to learn something, and sometimes it costs money to go to school. But either way, the announcement finally came. We knew it was coming. The miners are on their way, and I do have some other, as I mentioned, some special content planned for Mara in the coming weeks, but there's a whole lot that I'm already working on behind the scenes. It's going to take some time for that to play out, but we've got lots of time. That's all for this one. Now let's get back to empire building.